Hello everyone, how are you? Nice to see you again. Thank you for stopping by. I'm here today to give it a try to do something different. Different how? A different kind of video. I will try to do a sort of a tutorial, if you say. I don't know how to say it. A process video, but because I'm with my tablet and it has battery issues, and it doesn't have, you can do all the normal applications, so my YouTube application doesn't allow me to do a voiceover. So in order to make a video and then record all the process and then speed it up and then do a voiceover, no, I can do it with my device. So I will try a different way. I will each time I will give you a small piece of the process while I'm doing. So I will make a general page, and this is an animal thing. It's for the hashtag event. I don't remember the name of the hashtag by heart. I will write down. Anyway, I'm rambling, sorry. So already it's going too long. Wow. So I will try to make a journal page, and let's see. So far, what I have done is I took a regular watercolor paper, folded in half because I will put it to a book I'm making. So after I took the watercolor paper, I start making the squares. I start a little bit backwards and that's the kitchen. So I make the squares all around it, and then I remember, oh gosh, you have to put gesso. So I kind of picky before I put gesso. I had previous make some squares anyway. Then I put the gesso, and now I'm starting a little bit backwards. I know where I'm going to put a napkin. I know where my napkin is going to be. And the other day her tail was full of color because she was sitting on a page. So let's see. The only thing I have done, as I told you, is put gesso and separate some squares to do like a chessboard theme all around. And I will use simple stuff like this. I have the black you see already. It's black paint. It's a simple black paint, and I use this gesso, and this gesso is 1 kilo, and believe it or not, it's 1 kilo gesso. It's 2 pounds I think, and it's cost 7.5 years, and it's a really nice gesso, and it's a really thick gesso. It's very thick gesso, and you can put water to make it more light if you want. And that came from a soap that I will put the link, and it's from Mr. Deuces, and it's Paper World. And let me start with this, and I will put a stop and continue, and I will show you when I finish. So I'm just taking my marker. This is from a dollar store. It's a simple pen marker, and I'm just going to finish all the squares all around. I'm not going to show you the whole process so you won't waste your time. I will just press pause and continue, and when I'm finished with that stage, with that face, I don't know how to say it, we will move on the next one. But it's nothing different to see here about this thing now. I don't know if you can see me. Anyway, I'm not doing something different that much. I just thought to give it a try to see how it works. It's different to see the pages than to see the process. So I will fill the squares with this one. The white squares are covered with gesso, not perfectly but mostly covered. And when I want some details, I will use from the school. I have this tableau. Can you see it? And if this tableau doesn't write, I will use this cheap one. It's a really cheap pen I found. So I don't know if you can see it, I don't know if I'm in frame. So because we are in 6 minutes, I will stop that and continue with the next phase. So let's continue. The first video I cut. I put it on pause, but it was too long, because it took me too long, so it cut. So I will see if I can bind them together, and make a change of small video in one. So what have I done so far? I used the ruler and this cheap pencil, and I did the border all around. Can you see it? So I did the border all around, and it's not coming too nicely, but I don't know if you can see it, but it's okay. We will be seeing the process. So now I will paint the background, the first cover, the first hand, I can say right, the first layer. I will put the first layer to the background, then I will put the napkin and do the other layers to the background, so I can anyway, you will see. So the lady in Paper World gave me this beautiful paint. She told me, I went over there and saw buy paints for my birthday, and she gave me a gift, one of those paints. She told me to choose one, and I choose this one, and it's 100 ml, and it has very good coverage. So I will put my paint. I have a wooden plaque, a small wooden plaque, and I use it as a palette, and I will put my paint over there. And I will use first a white brush, and then this is a very good paint. It's called Cadence Premium. It's acrylic, and it's very good. I was very impressed with the quality, and they have it in London, New York, Paris, Istanbul, Turkey. So this is the one, and it's not expensive for our, how do I say, because paints in Greece are very expensive compared to yours. Over there you buy, for example, Dylusions, the $12.50, and here they have €6 the one, so it's 72 euros for the set. And be aware that that the euros are a little bit more expensive, more high. The currency of euro is higher than the. Can you see? The currency of euro is higher than the dollar. So I'm doing the background. I don't care how the color is applied because I will do other layers above. It's just the base. So let me pause and we'll continue. So now that my background, the center of my background is covered, can you see it? Now that the center of my background is covered, I will go to the edges with a smaller brush. Can you see it? It's 3. I will go to the edges with a smaller brush and paint the white near the black with a smaller brush. And after I will do that, after I will paint the white, if I made any mistake, it's okay, because I can go again with the black marker and fix it. And I just watch the parts that in the white, I don't want to mess it up in the white parts, and the black ones we can. So when I finish that part and paint all the edges, I will let it dry, and then I will come again and put a napkin. Can you see here what am I doing? I don't know. The place that sits my tablet, I have it on a box. And the place that is my tablet doesn't allow me to have a view of what you're watching. On top of that, it's day, so the screen, sunshine, so the screen doesn't show very clearly what you're seeing from this angle and sitting. So I hope you get the idea. I will go all around with the smaller brush and fix the borders, if I can say something like that. So I will pause again, so I won't waste your time, and we will come back when I'm going to put the napkin on. So now I have done all the edges. Can you see it? And the center is almost dry. I took my napkin, and I took this beautiful napkin from Paper World, from the shop I told you, and she has, the owners are a couple, and they have magnificent napkin and many materials for decoupage and stuff, and artistic stuff. So I took my napkin and I found the 2 layers of white and fill off the white. So we have the napkin, and I'm having I didn't get Mod Podge and stuff or other sealers because I still have some of my wood glue. This is liquid adhesive for wood, but it's white, but my brush put some color. It's white, but it dries clear. So I will put it on my surface. With a big brush, the brush I was using before. I haven't washed it yet. And I found it that the perfect way to apply napkins is to try to put the glue to put the glue very thin layer, to brush it very well and to make it in a way that almost disappears but still sticky, so you don't have huge amount of glue underneath the napkins. That way you avoid having your napkin folded, do wrinkles and stuff. I have to apologize, this is my first tutorial, and as I told you, my device doesn't allow me to do a voiceover, so I can speed up the video and just explain. As you can see, I'm applying a thin layer. I put some amount, but I'm brushing it in a way that it comes to a thin layer. I think that's okay. I stick my fingers down, so I don't know if it's in frame. So I will put my napkin. I will find it where I want it. I will find where I want it. And so I press with a brush, but in the beginning I press gentle so I won't rip my napkin. I was watching on yesterday channel and she put glue in her napkin, she put glue in her on the surface, and I was wondering how did she manage not to tear the napkin. Okay, I have to, sorry. So while I was trying to glue the napkin, I did a mistake and the napkin was longer than the borders I had made. So I tried to cut it and I messed it up because the wood underneath dried and the napkin wasn't gluing nicely, and then it wrinkled and tear and I had made a mistake with zebra in this edge. So I covered the whole napkin above with that wood glue. And if I wasn't making that mistake, I wouldn't put so much stuff on it. And I will let the wood glue dry. This will take quite some time, and I will come again to see my mistake. The zebra over here I can fix. I don't know how I can fix it over here. Anyway, we'll see. Work in progress. It would be fun if I could make a normal video so you can see how I messed it up over here. Anyway, I will continue later. So let's see, where were we? I know you can see it now because, as I told you, I'm filming from a tablet, and I stopped filming yesterday because I ran out of battery. My battery, I have a Samsung Galaxy and it's a couple of years old, so my battery is dying. It takes more than a day to charge, and it is charged after less than 2 hours. So yesterday I collaged the napkin, and what I did is that I didn't show on film is that I use this for a background. I got this from Paper World, and I use this for a background, and I use it again. So I use this in various places for the sky. Can you see it over here? So I use this, and I use this green that I got at the supermarket, and this fluorescent green that I got from Paper World, and I also use the gesso. This is a really heavy gesso that you can water down, and it's very, very cheap. It's £2, 1 kilo, and it costs £7.50. So I mix the greens and I wanted the napkin to disappear so I can see it. The napkin is ending over here, and I finish the rest. So you think it ends here, but it ends over here. So I use the green, the light green, and the fluorescent green, and the dark green, and make this one, and mix it up. And then I use the blue and mix it up over here with some gesso. And then, because the napkin ends here, the napkin ends here. There was leaves here and different leaves, and leaves here. This was empty. So the napkin ends exactly here. I don't know if you can see where the napkin ends. I find it difficult somewhere here. So I drew some branches, and with a pencil, with just simple brown pencil, I drew some branches, and above I dab with the sponge, a kitchen sponge, and I dab the green and the light green, and I dab also gesso over here, and to mix the blue one. And the kitchen sponge, I took off the rough surface, but it's still rough over here, so I use it to smudge a little bit here and there. So this is so far what have we done, and I put some white in the butterfly and in the balloons. So I will put it down. Is it in frame? I know you can see clearly now what is going on. Sorry for that. And I will add some stenciling now. So I will add the stencil, but as you saw, my picture is too busy, so I won't add any big stencil or many stencils. I have these two small ones, and I chose those and the butterflies, and I think they will go nicely. So let's add them. I have this paste from the supermarket. I got it. I went crazy over my birthday and go and bought my first craft supplies. So that was from the supermarket, and it was really, really cheap. It's a German supermarket, and it doesn't have them all the time. It's called Lidl. I don't want to advertise it. Anyway, but from time to time it brings various things, from slippers to furniture to different things. and a couple of times of the year it brings craft supplies. So this is the first time I'm using this paste, and it's very light. I have to say I'm not fond of it. Maybe it's new, that's why. I'm usually using Stockos. It's a paste that you use to cover the holes in the walls. I'm not fond of this paste. No, I'm not really liking it. It's very liquid. Okay, let's see. No, I'm not liking it at all. It's very liquid. Can you see how smashed it came? Blech. Blech. Let's see if I can pick it up. Yeah, we can. So, we'll learn. I will dab it a little bit so I can smear it. As I told you, it's a sponge that we use to clean dishes. So it's from the one side has the rough side, and I took it off, but it will stay a little bit the glue, so it's perfect for that. So I will press pause and find my other paste. So this is my other paste. As you can see, it's Stockos for walls, waterborne acrylic putty, suitable for both interior and exterior use. I hope I wrote it right. High quality, ready for use, waterborne acrylic putty, putty, any. That's not our subject. So, as you can see, and I have watered down this thing, even if it comes and it's even if it becomes very hard, you can add water and it's ready again. Even if it becomes very hard, because it had become very hard because with the air it does. Now it's a little bit, it's perfect. It's not too light, it's not too heavy, but you can control it with water. That's the nice thing about it. So I will try and make the stencil again. I apologize for how long this tutorial came out, and for not showing you the coloring of the page. I think that is what most of us want to see, how to mix up the colors. But no, not again. This can be a little bit clear, but it's smushed over here, so I will clear it up. Oh, I also got my spatula from Paper World. Thank you, Paper World. I'm not, they didn't, how do you say, they gave me a discount, because in this, in August we have discounts in the stores, but I'm not sponsored by them, so I'm just happy. I really like that shop. It has great services and has two beautiful people for owners. So I put one here, and I will make the rest and come back again because it's taking too long, sorry. So I changed a different stencil to this one and put a couple of small butterflies here and there, and I will now take my Inca Gold in Aquamarine I also got this from Paperworld, and I will add some more stenciling, and I think I will be done with this, and then try to fix up the frame. So I will be adding the ink and gold just with my finger. I won't use any tool. So let's open it. I will press pause. So I'm always putting the aluminium back in the cup so it fits back again. I will add some more butterflies here and there. I'm just taking a little bit of base. This goes a little for a long way. This is a very stunning product. Let's see if it shows. I don't know if I can make the antennas. It's a teeny tiny. No, it doesn't show. I will try something else. So this is let's say the almost finished one project. I did some stencil over there. This one and this one is just ink. The other ones are Stoko's paste, and above with a marker, without marker, I did some coverage of the Stoko's. Over there I use, sorry, I apologize, I use this Cadescence nope. I use this Cadescence Amazing Colors. This is also from Paperworld. So this is the card of the Paperworld. So this is the almost finished one. All I have to do now is to go and redefine the edges because it's masked in some places. So this is the almost finished one. I will end the video here. It's already gone too long, and I will upload it when I have the battery, and I will take also a photo so you can see it finished one. So thank you for watching. I apologize for the lousy tutorial, and we'll speak soon again. Bye bye.